Hi, welcome to the B2BSMX REVTalk on data, dashboards, and KPIs for revenue winners. I'm Lorena Harris.
And I'm Tracy Wehringer.
You've probably seen our bios, so the only thing we'll share at this point is our fun facts. My fun fact is that outside this career in marketing, I've taught over 5,000 fitness classes. So I hope that makes me fit for marketing.
Absolutely does. And my fun fact is that I've been to 48 states and 32 U.S. national parks. Grand Tetons and Denali National Park are two of my favorites.
Wait, 50 minus 48, that leaves two. Where haven't you been?
So I haven't been to New Mexico or North Dakota, but they are on my bucket
Better
list.
put them on your list.
Yes.
Okay, before we get started, I just want to say that I'm as confused as you are about this whole buttercup thing in the title of our presentation. But if it got your attention, then good, because we're going to have a great discussion on how you can use the right KPIs, data, and dashboards to demonstrate your understanding of key pipeline metrics. Tracy and I are going to take you through elements of the pipeline puzzle. So yes, we're switching metaphors from buttercups to puzzles. And first we're going to examine the puzzle, which has a lot of moving pieces, haha. Then we're going to discuss what metrics matter to each internal group, marketing, sales, executives, even to customers. Then we'll show how you fit into the puzzle, things you can do to improve customer experience and impress your coworkers.
So what metrics are marketers talking about? Some of the terms marketing lives and breathes are listed on the screen. And while we may know that our email open rate averages 19.5%, we purchased 2.5 million impressions in our last campaign, and that we have 1.4 million Facebook fans and 500,000 Twitter followers, we're pretty sure our CEO isn't going to care. And the more we find ourselves under pressure to quantify effectiveness, the less meaningful these engagement metrics become. What we really need is detailed proof of marketing attribution to revenue, as growing revenue is generally a CEO level goal as part of the health of the company. The good news is a growing number of CEOs, 3/4 in fact, are totally committed or significantly committed to supporting their marketing teams, up from 67% in 2019. But CEO style, there is a quid pro quo catch. They're also asking marketing teams to report more frequently to the C-suite to meet the rising demand of marketing KPI data in 2020. 25% of marketers now say our leadership teams require weekly marketing metrics, a 25% increase over last year. Marketers do know that what gets measured does get done.
So what are some examples of unified marketing and sales KPIs?
Great question. So with a movement to revenue marketing, marketers will really need to provide not only specific marketing KPIs, but like Lorena said, a unified approach of KPIs that show details from marketing and sales, that marriage of marketing and sales. So these type of KPIs, which can be looked at month to date, month over month, quarter over quarter, year over year, to really show the trends over time, is marketing qualified leads divided by sales qualified leads, those ratios. And then the other two are really efficiency ratios and gross hit ratios. So as the quality of marketing qualified leads convert to sales qualified leads, there should be a direct correlation of an increased trend with these ratios. Having this level of KPI reporting enables more of a collaboration between sales and marketing. These data-driven KPIs are a marketing performance measurement system that aligns marketing activities to the enterprise strategy and allows not only the marketing team, but individual marketing employees to monitor and improve their specific KPIs over time. But let's not forget what sales cares about. So exceeding quotas and making the president's club, right? So really, what SDRs and field sales care about are the type of metrics that you see on the screen. So these are needed as they get on their weekly pipeline review with sales management. So if you can't measure it, sales management can't help to improve it. Sales has a direct correlation to the health of the enterprise. There are key KPIs that roll up to the goals of the company.
And what are some examples of those key sales KPIs?
So, good question. One being sales growth, which is a key part of sales strategy and of any business strategy. It allows enterprises to track future revenue goals. And this unique KPI measures the progress of sales revenue on a month to date lens. So, in addition, I would also view how sales growth is tracking month over month, quarter over quarter, and year over year versus historical data to see growth or decay. Sales should also have an awareness of unified sales and marketing KPIs. Other ones that could equate to the health of the enterprise is SQL divided by opportunities, sales cycle, which is the velocity of the speed to revenue from unaware all the way down to close one. So looking at that speed to revenue is very important. Um, and then also meeting the acceptance rates and lifetime value.
There's a lot of good data in there. And I wanted to stop and call out data quality because it's generally an issue for both marketing and sales. Marketing needs good data in order to design effective experiences and to accurately show their value. The sales wants accurate pipeline data for projections. All leaders need strong data for decisions. But unfortunately, erroneous data is costing a lot of money, companies money. According to Gartner, the average financial impact of poor data quality is 9.7 million a year. IBM also recently reported that in the US alone, businesses lose 3.1 trillion annually due to poor data quality. So think about the costs of data this way. Every time a salesperson picks up the phone, they depend on having the right phone number. If they don't, they've wasted time. According to Zoom Info, chasing bad data wastes over 25% of sales time. So going back to what everybody wants to know, what do executives want to know? Well, because they bear responsibility for the company's success or failure, CEOs need trustworthy enterprise-wide data for decision-making. They want real-time access to every possible piece of relevant data, but they're often faced with pieced-together error-prone dashboards assembled across silos. Executives would love to have unified dashboards with not only historical data, but key predictive indicators. This would allow them to see where strategy is going off track and adapt plans at an early stage in order to assure that the vision at the end of the rainbow is achieved. So what do customers want? I don't know about this guy, but if we knew what customers wanted, that's a billion-dollar question, right? For our purposes, customers basically want to know that your solution solves their problem, mitigates the pain point, there's zero barriers to purchase, and that they'll get a good ROI, they'll get a good return on the purchase. So, you know, from our internal lens, from a company side, we want to know that they are getting what they want. We want our buyers to have no remorse because we need their references and we need them to be brand amplifiers. Oh, good, another metaphor. We've got a basket of eggs here. That's to symbolize that the metrics are always changing. It's a massive puzzle or whatever metaphor you want to use. Account-based marketing, for example, is coming into play and has introduced a new vocabulary with terms like in-market ICPs and dynamic intent data, account engagement scoring instead of lead scoring. So the target account pipeline looks different than for a traditional funnel, and attribution plays a big part in it. It's all a very different basket of eggs. And it's just one of the many new disciplines coming into play that you should keep on your radar. So how can you put it all together? We've talked about marketing, sales, executives, and that unified dashboard that they all want. Well, that's where you can come in. They want a unified dashboard that shows key performance and predictive indicators across all the buying stages, and they don't have it. No matter your role, you can help to achieve that vision and add value. First, you can create unified dashboards as much as your role is part of that process, and deliver those metrics that matter to each stakeholder group. If you can also display bigger patterns, so much the better. That will help everyone to get on the same song sheet. Another metaphor, I know. Second, you can learn and incorporate new marketing metrics such as those associated with ABM, like we just talked about. And third, since it's an issue in every organization, look for ways to help facilitate communication across the silos, because we want them all singing off the same song sheet.
So let's have a little fun. Feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn and share some common mistakes you've seen with KPIs, from strategy to execution. So here are a few that I've seen in my journey. People want to measure everything. Whatever data they have, they want to measure everything, even those that should not even be measured. Second, not bringing in the executive team with KPI development, not understanding what the overall goal is. Third, not challenging KPIs. So maybe the ones that were selected were not the right ones. And four, not acting on KPIs. I think this is a big missed opportunity, is really what behavior should happen when you're reviewing KPIs. So what common mistakes do you see? Let me know on LinkedIn.
That should be interesting. There's so many.
Yeah. So then putting it all together, right? So we've all been there sitting in meetings or passing colleagues in the hallway, or now sitting on a Zoom and having a one-on-one. Suddenly getting all these types of questions. What is our most effective marketing channel? How is the lead quality for sales? What is the best channel for building awareness? What is the most efficient way to drive customer engagement? Is it always the best? Which campaign brought in the best return last quarter? How are we trending for this quarter? How is our win-loss ratio trending? What is our lifetime value? What is the current marketing return on investment? And the key one, how has marketing attributed to revenue? Strategy is architecting a clear approach based on understanding your company's goals, visions, business, market, competition, and the personas of your customers. Strategy involves new approaches and applying new thinking to achieve the desired outcomes. Today, marketing and sales reporting can be conducted in real-time, measurable, and highly actionable. Key performance indicators enable a measurement system that allows insight to action. KPIs enable a disciplined, data-driven approach for eliminating waste and achieving outcomes that are mapped to corporate goals, the CEO's vision.
So this waterfall effect, how does it work exactly?
So let me explain. Great question. So in my journey, what I've seen in successful organizations that were key competitive advantage is putting this practice in motion. Transformation and enterprise level alignment is enabled through this waterfall effect of KPIs. Without it, leadership isn't aligned, goals would change throughout the organization and not be fully met, and employees would not understand their place within the ecosystem of the organization. This waterfall effect of KPIs start with strategy and goals, with accountability in how each department and each employee will map to the overall goals, which should be part of their overall performance appraisal. Having the waterfall effect for KPIs from CEO, which is your level one, to department, which is your level 2, and to each employee within the department, which is your level 3, enables the entire company working towards a common set of goals. Remember the book Good to Great that everybody read? It's having everyone riding in the same direction with clear goals. Having these dashboards set up real time allows review at the employee level through to the CEO with a clear understanding of growth versus decay. As we move into customer and employee-centric transformation, which is being talked about every day now, specific KPIs around this transformation needs to be baked into the overall strategy. Given the importance of people and leadership issues, the number of measures related to this is surprisingly low. Business generally always say that our people are our best assets, yet few have really people-related KPIs from an HR perspective. Studies show that between 8 and 10 KPIs are the maximum for each department head. So that's your level 2 KPIs. More than this, and focus is lost and they become ineffective. There should be a healthy split between high-level financial KPIs, leadership and talent management ones, and KPIs that can perform early warnings of problems. Specific dashboards should be created at the department level: sales, marketing, IT, engineering, product, finance, HR, operations, with a direct correlation of their KPIs being mapped to the level 1 CEO vision goals. So
wow, that sounds pretty complicated there, Tracy. How would you approach it? What's the first step?
So great question again. So to implement this waterfall effect in your organization, I would highly recommend taking a crawl, walk, run, fly approach. So how can many things that need to be right for the business to succeed to be boiled down to just a few KPIs? Rather than trying to monitor everything, our recommended approach is for the leadership to be really rigorous about defining in words what success will look like at the end of the fiscal year. Having that CEO provide specific goals for the financial year, even if this hasn't been done yet, will provide the specific KPIs needed to track success. Gain an understanding of systems, where the data exists today, and what is required to have all the specific data to render the level 1 through 3 dashboards. Develop a KPI roadmap that includes all these types of requirements from a data quality lens. What can we measure today from a level 1 to 3? What can we measure tomorrow? And what changes will we need to measure tomorrow? And just to let you know, at the end of this presentation, we will have a link to a landing page, and it will provide you with further information and a download of a PDF for you to print out and go through and start developing these KPIs from your organization.
That sounds great. And, there's just so much here. It'll definitely be worth studying later, because there's enough and there's too much. And dashboarding is the art of getting it right.
Mm-hmm.
When you can do dashboarding that shows what each group needs to know or wants to know, and then also shows them the big picture, that's when everybody starts to come together. So get good at dashboarding and you'll always have a corporate home.
That is absolutely true.
Okay, so to get that asset that Tracy was referring to, you can go to the website here that's on the screen. There's always more to say about metrics, but we have to wrap up now. You can refer to this deck and other good stuff on our website for more information. There's even a revenue marketer there's even a revenue marketer certification class. So please explore. Thanks for your times today, Buttercups. Sorry, I had to throw that in. We're going to sign out now, and we hope to hear from you.
Thanks. Have a good one.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.